Hi guys, it is Cara Thebubblelush. So it is actually cycle day 11. I forgot to film a vlog last night because we were having Sunday night family time and we were just hanging out together and it was really great. So I didn't get a chance to upload the vlog and or film the vlog even. So what I'm going to do is a 10/11. Sorry I haven't been good about doing the DailyLush thing. It's hard on the weekends because anytime I get a chance to spend time with my husband and my daughter together, it's hard for me to walk away from that. So yeah, which is actually what I'm doing right now to come down here and film this vlog. They are upstairs hanging out, having father-daughter time, and I really want to go join them. So I'm going to keep this quick, I think. So I had a suggestion on my Facebook page to talk about the difference between trying to conceive your first and trying to conceive your second. And I don't want to speak universally for every woman trying to conceive her first, trying to conceive her second. So I'm just going to talk about the differences in my situation. Now, back when I was trying to conceive baby number 1, Hannah, I was scared. You know, I was scared that I was never going to be a mom, even though I knew we were going to do whatever it took. I guess I was scared that I was never going to be able to have a biological child. I was never going to be able to get pregnant. I was never going to be able to give birth. And so that fear was kind of always in the back of my mind. I'm in this community, right? And there's all these girls, and every girl's situation is different, and a lot of them, like me, are trying to conceive their first, but there's a couple that are trying to conceive their second. And every once in a while I remember thinking, you know, you already have one, and I'm not saying that you don't deserve a second, but how can it possibly be as hard for you? I mean, you have a child, you know that it's possible. I'm sitting here thinking that I might never have a family. You know, if I'm just admitting to my kind of darkest, meanest, snarkiest thoughts. That's kind of every once in a while what I would think. Now I'm on the other side of it. Now I've gone through the TTCing and the pregnancy and the mommy, and now I'm back to TTCing. So I kind of sometimes wonder what they think about me making vlogs. And maybe some of you out there are thinking that. And if you are, I totally get it. So here's what I want to talk about. The parts that were hard about trying to conceive Hannah was it just felt like it was never ending. I did 4 cycles of Clomid and I had no response. And that's awful. It's awful to go through that. Just thinking for 4 cycles, you know, people are pregnant by now. Other people are pregnant and I haven't even grown a freaking follicle. I haven't even ovulated on my own. I haven't even done an IUI, nothing. And then we switched to Femera and magically it just started working. And that's when I really started having hope. And even when the pregnancy test was negative, I can honestly say, like, I knew it was just a matter of time. And now I can kind of look back and I can be like, holy crap, I did 7 medicated cycles in a row. I didn't respond until the 5th cycle, and it took 3 cycles with beautiful follicles and beautifully timed IUIs to conceive Hannah, and that's kind of a lot. I mean, that's kind of a lot. Granted, obviously I didn't do IVF, obviously I didn't have to do a lot of the more expensive treatment options, but as far as the troubleshooting of, you know, just pills, fertility medicine goes, it took me a long time to figure out what was going to work for me. And so, you know, when you start the process, I think I called in January, I didn't get an appointment until like March or April, and then you don't get pregnant until Christmas. That was a really long year. It was a really long year. I spent basically all of 2009 just scared that I was never going to have a family. Knowing in the back of my mind, like I said, I will do anything to have a family. Like we're not going to stop, but just scared of to what extent we're going to have to go. So now with conceiving baby number 2, I feel like I've done all that troubleshooting and I found what worked for us, right? Femera, 7.5 milligrams. Overdrill to ovulate, a timed IUI. So to go through that first cycle and not respond, I just felt kind of gutted. Like, it's going to happen all over again and I'm going to have to troubleshoot all over again, and it's going to be months and months and months and months, and it's not fair. I already went through all the troubleshooting. Like, couldn't this time just be easy? Like, and not necessarily easy, but like, couldn't I have just responded? And maybe it'd take a couple cycles to finally conceive, but like, do I really have to go through all the troubleshooting again, all the doubt? So that is really freaking me out. But more importantly, I look at Hannah, and trying to conceive baby number 2, sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with me, and it doesn't have anything to do with Chris, and it has everything to do with giving Hannah a sibling. And Chris has 2 younger siblings, and I have a very complicated family situation. And so all I want for Hannah is to just have lots of siblings. And I want, fast forward 20 years down the road, I want to have family dinners with my kids and their spouses and lots of grandchildren running around. Maybe not in 20 years, maybe 25, 30 for grandchildren. And I want to have like a big family with big get-togethers. And I want, after Chris and I are dead, which is really scary to say, I want Hannah to be able to have siblings. I want her to have a support system and a family, and I feel just scared for what's going to happen to her. While I was trying to conceive Hannah, the pressure was, will I ever have a family? And now I have a family. And now the question is Hannah going to have a family? Is it just going to be Hannah with her parents? Or is Hannah going to have lots of sisters and brothers and family? And that's where the fear comes in, because I know what I want for her. I was raised, I don't have any younger siblings, and it was basically just me and my mom and my dad. And while that's a great way to be raised, you have a lot of attention, there's also this pressure and kind of like putting all your eggs in one basket. And I want Hannah to be able to have a younger sister or a younger brother that she can talk to and boss around, and eventually when she's older, who can be her best friend. I see the relationship that Chris's sisters have, and that Chris always has a sister. Like, he always has someone in his corner, and I feel like I don't have that. I don't have a sibling that's always in my corner, and it's kind of lonely, and I don't want that for Hannah. Chris and I have never said, we want to just have one kid. We've always said we want to have 3, 4, maybe 5. We always just wanted a really big family, and every cycle that it takes pushes that dream farther and farther away. And so that is where my fear comes in. It's not me trying to be greedy and have lots and lots of babies, and it's not me trying to get pregnant before somebody else. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's all about giving Hannah that sibling, because that's what Chris and I want for her, and we think that her life will be enriched by having siblings based on our experience. So, and maybe you disagree with that. Are you an only child? Do you want that for your kid? Do you want to just have one? Or do you think huge families are great? Do you think huge families are bad? Like, and by huge, I mean like max 5. I don't see us having like 6 kids. I have a hard time seeing us have 5. 3 or 4 would be awesome. So anyways, I'm just rambling, and I would love to hear your thoughts on trying to conceive number 1 versus number 2. And maybe we can talk about this more in the future, and I can write down some thoughts and I can be more concise. But right now we're just chatting. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. Today was actually a really good day. AF is totally gone, so that's nice. I don't have to worry about that anymore. And as far as like hormones go, very, very even keeled today.